Hi guys, we are back again for the penultimate Game 3 between Deso and Dayyalu. We saw a great match in the first and second game, but let's see. What will be the finale be? Dayyalu picking Imperial Guard and Deso picking Space Marine. The map is Shrine of Exalion. Woo! It's gonna be fast and furious here. Deso getting Chapel Barracks, Scout Marine Squad, followed with Servitor and 2 Scout Marine. Early harassment incoming, probably. Meanwhile, Imperial Guard starting on top. Dayyalu is getting 2 guardsmen, tech priests, and infantry command. Winner takes all, I guess. So let's see how this game 3 will end. Chapel Barracks near completion, as well as the infantry command. Tech priest, of course, edges ahead slightly in the production speed, and out he goes. And of course, command squad will be queued immediately, right? Yes. And this side we have tactical space marine instead being trained. Deso going for defensive build, perhaps no generator. Yes, okay. That's how it should be done, maybe? Mass tactical marines in this kind of map. Listening post being constructed. And this strategic point not being captured yet because you want to secure this 2 points from harassment early on in Shrine of Exalion. Deso expecting guardsmen to come in with command squad. So the first thing he gets is a tactical space marine followed by a force commander.
Yes, my lord.
No harassment from the scouts early on. Instead he wants to get all his 4 strategic points secured and probably will capture this one last. No conflict yet, but guardsmen already sending 1 command squad over here with a priest on the way. Will probably kill the servitor quickly. Servitor needs to escape. Command squad gets a priest. That's a lot of melee damage going to be unleashed soon. Tactical space marine will try to add some firepower here, while the command squad decides not to push his luck and retreat. Doesn't queue up the Psyker in time. Doesn't have any power income, that's why. Oh dear. Did he forget to get a generator? Generator is still at 80% here. That's a pretty strange decision making by Dayyalu. Might pay for that. Finally completes the generator at the 2nd minute 20 seconds. Meanwhile, scouts run across guardsmen here while trying to capture a relic, and the guardsmen forced to retreat. Both sides suffering no real casualty yet. And this force commander pushes in, and Space Marine might be able to decapture this site. Yes, moves in to decapture. And finally we have first blood. Looks like the guardsman is focusing more on heavy bolter turrets, while force commander is forced to back off. Decapture complete. That's gonna be a little bit of economical damage here. Damage has been done, so force commander will retreat under fire. Guardsmen can still turn this around if they can get more squads into the fight, which is what they're doing right now. We have a guardsman here shooting at the scout. Scouts trying to capture this relic, trying to finish it perhaps. Deso did not reinforce, losing Space Marine here, but the 2nd Tactical Squad Marine is out. And heavy engagement in this heavy cover, not sure whether it will be advantageous. Deso is putting his force commander on this squad of guardsmen, and this relic did not get to finish capture. Strip Soul was used on force commander, and this scout died without completing the capture. So far, guardsman is slightly ahead here. I can see that Dayyalu is having more and more bolter turrets across the map, slowly crawling forward. 6820 economy still, and look at the amount of harassment, disruption that's done by the Psyker right here. But Deso Space Marine is on heavy cover, so this engagement is slightly advantageous to the Space Marine. Command squad might not last here. Psyker is dead, and force commander might have to switch to range stance perhaps and focus on this command squad instead. Stop chasing, man. This one goes in, really. Well, a 2nd heavy bolter turret is complete here. Wow. And another melee combat happening here? Oh, wow. I can't believe another tactical control is being placed here of all places. Get your listening post up first, man. Another strip soul used. Should really attach your force commander. And it looks like this tech freeze is a little bit out of position. And yes, that finally a little bit of peace and quiet. After this crazy engagement, we have 74-20 economy from the Imperial Guard. Having lost one point temporarily, they rebuilt and recaptured. And one tech freeze died for nothing here. Space Marines suffered some losses too, but Force Commander did not get killed. So that's still a good engagement so far. It's 80-10 for Space Marines here. They've got all their listening posts constructed and going for second generator. Plasma pistol research complete. So they got armory. And they're hitting the tier 2 button. However, they only have one scout remaining, so they better try not to lose it while trying to capture this relic on the right side of the map. So let's switch our vision back to the Imperial Guardsmen. 80-20 economy, both sides are equal right now, but no tier 2 button finally being hit here in the 5th minute 50-second for Imperial Guard. Probably going to get grenades here, perhaps. A lot of resources are being spent here on heavy bolter turrets all over the map, so yeah. I really find it really ridiculous that no one has thought of capturing this critical location yet, because it's the only one critical location in the map. Guardsman engages and realize they cannot really face down Space Marine, and it's so early in the game without the grenade launchers. Tactical control is complete. So this might be the time to get grenade launchers. Yes, they do. They still have 3 squads of Guardsmen. Will probably re-engage, but power shortage is real. They really need to get more power. Uncommon Valor upgrade is being researched. That makes the command squad slightly more tankier at 100 hit points apiece, and increase the cap for the command squad. 62% to tier 2. And we are getting the 3rd power generator. Meanwhile, Space Marine just entrenching themselves on this heavy cover. 80-20 economy still for Imperial Guardsmen. And they are still researching this Uncommon Valor. Meanwhile, Space Marine already at tier 2 getting frag grenades, but not enough resource to deploy any tier 2 assets so far. Might go for Sacred Artifact here to get the Librarian and Grey Knights. And this grenade signals a retreat probably for Space Marine. No sense in standing still and standing your ground and getting killed by this grenade spam. Gets a heavy bolter instead on Space Marines. That's a pretty questionable decision. Command squad meanwhile gets knocked down by their own friendly fire as well. Should really switch to range stance and stay here. No sense in coming so close to LP2 and getting killed. Psyker about to fall. And Space Marine Force Commander attached to a Space Marine squad to avoid casualty, but so far they might not even escape. Should really pull back. Should really pull back. This engagement is really bad for you. Secret Artifact is being constructed, so we might be seeing the Librarian and the Grey Knights here. Bionics is research as well for extra hit points. Secret Artifact complete, so we might be seeing a Librarian. 104-30 economy for Space Marine is pretty healthy. 80-40 for Guardsmen, but no vehicles. And my dog can't stop moving at all in the room. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, Grey Knight's being trained. Okay, copy. Sit down. Sit down. Good dog. Okay, stand still. And it looks like the scouts are trying to capture the central critical location. A bad decision here might see them get killed. No chance of you surviving this. Yeah, really, no chance. And this scouts did not get to complete the capture before getting killed. A waste of resource if you ask me. Should really use them as a sniper support or maybe scouting to capture this left and right points. Just flanking away. And this Grey Knight's complete. No Librarian yet. And Force Commander at very low hit points. I'm wondering if he's getting Librarian. Oh yes, he is. This engagement so far still favoring a guardsman because of the look at the amount of grenades just disrupting away. Even though the guardsman one guardsman already being demoralized. Let's take a look at the other side here. They're just falling back confidently. Guardsman is just gonna draw these Grey Knights in. Deso, meanwhile, wow, trying to reinforce these Grey Knights here before they get wiped, but moves to the wrong location. Should really move here. My God, Deso, what are you doing? But this command squad might get killed, so it's a trade. One Grey Knights for one command squad. Not sure about that. So many losses on the Space Marine as well. Guardsman will start taking hold, perhaps. I don't think Dayyalu will make an offensive without a command squad. Could be a mistake. No commissar as well to execute. We have 4 guardsman squad here. Gets a relic on the left side of the map and gets a strategic point as well. We'll start getting healthier resource gain, perhaps 104.40. Meanwhile, Space Marine rebuilding their losses. 110.40. Grey Knights again, yes. And Librarian is finally out. Probably gonna see some smiting action. A little bit of mistake in early game and no chaplain. Earlier is a mistake by Deso that caused the loss of this Grey Knights. So he's gonna try to make another attempt to attack on the left side, while Dayyalu will try to take and hold the center of the map with a command squad freshly trained again. Pushes on the left and tries to get a mechanized command too far outside of the map, outside his defenses, which is a pretty questionable decision. Grey Knights once again isolated and uses his Psychic Inquisition badly. Landspeeder might prove to be quite fragile against mass grenades here. You can see this Landspeeder actually being drawn in, but this squad of Guardsmen flanking from the rear, and this Tech Priest is being allowed to finish construction. That's pretty crazy gameplay here, and this turrets might go down. My goodness. Heavy weapons team deployed here. I don't know where it came from. Landspeeder should really jump away the moment engagement became too disadvantaged, and this command squad is too weak and will get killed shortly. And we have a second Landspeeder in action. I really wonder why the Librarian did not engage at close range and instead firing away the plasma pistol. Meanwhile, Deso is Force Commander is trying to take down his heavy weapons team that is desperately firing this Landspeeder. One Landspeeder has already gone down, and this mechanized command is not producing anything so far. I wonder why. There's enough resource to go for it. And finally, a Librarian goes into melee, and Dog, please stop moving, Kofi. Sit down. And finally, the Guardsman bunkers at the mechanized command. That will prove to be very fatal for the Space Marine. We'll have to retreat. Can't survive under this kind of sustained firepower. And Command Squad is reinforcing itself. Sentinel is finally firing away. We'll probably destroy the Landspeeders in very quick order. Look at that. Around one-third hit points gone in one shot. This Plasma Generator should really be taken out real soon. At only 32 hit points, but I guess in this chaos of battle, Deso can't really make any sense of it. Has to retreat now with just a sole surviving Librarian and one badly wounded Space Marine. We have one Landspeeder here. A little bit awful situation here. The Landspeeder can't really contribute much in this situation. They cannot even decap a point. We'll probably lose this listening post if no action was taken. Really should. Oh, Deso is in tier 3. That's shocking. And he's getting a vehicle cap upgrade. What will he get, I wonder? Look at this mass of Space Marine being killed by Guardsmen. Lots of hit points in this listening post, though. Not enough firepower. And this land speeder is proving to be very effective at mowing down the command squad. And this force command appeared out of nowhere at full hit points. Librarian fell, and that was just in time. And the turret crawl continues. That's fucking crazy amount of turrets here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. The right side of the map completely unoccupied by turrets, and the left side of the map is oh my goodness. This is a pretty messy match, and I don't understand why Deso is still crazy engaging here when he knows what's waiting for him once he reaches this position. Should fall back, and yes, wait for a better time to engage and maybe repair this listening post. Vehicle cap upgrade complete, and Hellfire Dreadnought is up. That's surprising. I'm expecting Assault Terminators as well, but no sign of the Orbital Relay yet. Deso really should get going with this. Orbital Relay is up, yes! So we might be seeing those Terminators, yes. Pretty soon, perhaps? And look at the amount of damage this Force Commander has taken. Command Squad, really. Orbital Strike has been called. Will it complete in time? Yes, it does! Catches almost all of the Guardsmen. Look at the situation here. Wow, look at the snipe by the Sentinel. Finishing off the Hellfire Dreadnought, but Predator is out. Woo! There's some crazy action going on here. Sentinel will fall surely to this heavy firepower. Yes! Dayyalu losing almost 2/3 of his army. Sentinels goes down again, and look at this amount of firepower this Predator will bring to the battle. This twin bolter is making short work of the Guardsmen, and the Guardsmen will have to fall back, and look at that. Assault Terminators perhaps? Yes, and this 32 hit points Plasma Generator is really triggering me. Look at the amount of annihilation being done, and Dayyalu calls GG at the sight of this Assault Terminators. Saw no chance, and he says very lucky again. What the fuck? Have some respect, man. That was a great battle. That was a really great battle. Deso really pushed against the ropes many times, but Dayyalu lingers too long in Tier 2 and gets pushed back. Once the Tier 3 Space Marines technology rolls in, and Predators as well as Assault Terminators and Orbital Relay comes out, that was it. The Guardsmen simply melted here. All the resource they spent getting all these turrets was meaningless. He delayed Tier 3 too long. The Vindicare Assassin and Priest Fanaticism, as well as the Lemonurus tank, will have changed the map, the game completely had he gone Tier 3 instead of lingering too long. But anyway, that is a 2-1 victory, hard fought by Deso, prevailing with his Space Marine in the final map of Shrine of Excellion against Dayyalu's Imperial Guard. That was a good game, guys. Let's take a look at final statistics. Military-wise, Deso killing a rate of nearly 1/3. 1 to 3, 1 death to 3 kills. Resource-wise, both sides pretty much equal. Technology-wise, once again, Deso slightly ahead, probably from all the bionics and target finders. But that was a great game. You guys, you probably enjoyed it, man. That was a good game. Let's hope more games are like that in the finals, and that settles it. Deso qualifies for the semifinals with Jedar in the chat division. Hope you guys enjoy it. Good night.